As you can see behind me, we're going to be talking about negative search. But before we get into that, can I ask you all to do me a favor? Can I get everyone to raise your hands? Everyone in the audience, please raise your hand. Now, there are at least 2 people with their hands up right now who are involved in negative search and who may have attacked or gone after one of your sites. If you do not actively engage in negative search, put your hand down. There's a couple honest people in the room. I thought I would have no hands up and I'd say, there's the problem. You've got negative search, you're not sure what's happening, you're not even sure if it's really happening, and you don't know who's doing it. Well, now you have at least 2 people to blame, but there's at least 4 more in this audience that are involved that haven't put their hands up when I asked them to. So this is a hot topic. So we're going to talk about negative SEO, and to do that, we have Christopher Holton. He's going to teach you all about this subject, and even if you don't want to engage in negative SEO, you should certainly know how to if you want to defend yourself in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher.
So, does it work? All good? Perfect. And here's easy. Super. Okay, so everyone can see me, can hear me? Perfect. So I was sitting at home wondering how to talk about negative SEO without sounding like a jerk doing negative SEO to all my competitors. So today we're going to talk about if you guys are attacked, what are you going to do? Like totally basic, where should you go, what should you write, and how? So first of all, negative SEO. Basically, it's when people are trying to harm you in different ways to make your traffic go down. Primarily, it's going to be SEO, organic traffic, but it could be other ways as well, if they like DDoS your website or anything like that. So this is not going to be some marketing or hey, come join us at Fable, but I'm Christopher, I'm head of marketing. We do casino, bingo, and sports, so I know this business very well. We have both casinos and affiliate business, so we know both sides of this. We know how the affiliate thinks, we know how you guys from the casinos thinks. We have a stand here in LSE, so come by if you want to talk about negative SEO or SEO in general. If you're under attack, come talk to me, we'll see what we can do. I already got a few emails saying, hey, I can't join your speak, we are under attack. Can we have a meeting? So go ahead, come join me. So first of all, let's talk porn. So porn is, you all know it, you're getting lots of porn links to your website. It says big tits, click here, and all sorts of random anchor texts. This doesn't harm your website. Don't worry. Google knows that this is a negative SEO. Come on. Well, Google is intelligent enough to know that if someone links to your website, to your casino with porn, it's probably not natural links, so they know it's a negative SEO attack. So don't worry about it. And you can just disavow them. Most of you probably know the Disavow tool from Google. It's a tool where you can tell Google, this link is not good for us, it's not natural for us, can you please remove it or not take it in count when ranking our website? So basically, don't worry about porn links to your website at all. But I would disavow them just in case that some of the domains linking to you are toxic. So to fix porn links, I would get a backlink audit tool. That could be Majestic, Ahrefs, whatever you guys use. Go to the Google Search Console. That's the old Webmaster Tools. If some of you are old SEO guys, it's called Search Console now. Go to the Disavow tool, add all the links in text format, and you're good to go. That's it. Now let's talk about some more specific topics like redirecting toxic domains. So as you all know, websites has penalties around the web. Google might penalty a website for life because maybe it's been in a Russian link network or it's a Chinese link network and it's been spammed for years. Google's penalizing it. So at some point these domains are going to be for sale again. So you could actually, your competitor could buy a penalized domain and transfer that domain to you. That will harm your website, big time. But luckily this is easy to see, super easy. So first of all, a domain like this will probably have RDS referring domains. It will have a high amount of referring domains to the domain itself, but it will have no bids at all. No one wants to buy a domain like this. So it's super easy to get a domain like this. Just go to GoDaddy auctions, go to name.com or whatever provider you use for getting domains. Check the link for high referring domains, no bids, buy them, redirect them to your competitors, boom, that's it, they'll go down. Pretty simple. So to fix this, it's the same fix as before. You get a backlink audit tool, you make a disavow file, you upload it. If the negative SEO guys are smart enough to make or to block for crawling services such as Ahrefs or Majestic, it might be hard to find the referring domains, but Google will see them for sure, because if they block Google, it will not harm you anyway. So you can go into Google Search Console, find the domains, check them manually, add it to your disavow file, and then you're good to go. That's it. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's of course one bad thing about Google. They're super slow at crawling and showing it in the Google Search Console. So it might take you some weeks before you can actually see the link in there. I've seen Google getting better and better at showing links in there, but sometimes they are way slower than crawlers such as Ahrefs or Majestic. Yeah. Next one, SAPE. How many of you guys know SAPE? One SAPE. No one else? One more there? One more. Okay. So SAPE is a Russian link network. It's a huge Russian link network where you can create an account, you can log in, and you can order tons of links. So a few years back, Google, of course, scraped every single SAPE link and penalized everything. So all those guys who had links from SAPE network were just penalized, and their websites were ruined. But some of the links were also zero valued. That means Google just don't take them in consideration when ranking a website. So, and I would like to say that this whole Russian link network can be used as tier 2 and tier 3 links. That means you can still order Russian SAPE links, link them to your, let's say, private blog network, and then link them to your website. They will still give you the credit value. Because when Google penalizes a website, the penalized does not transfer 2 domains. It only, in most cases, only transfer 1 domain. So if a website is penalized, it links to a website and it links to another website, you won't get the penalty. You'll just get the juice from the link. So that's a very good point when link building. Anyway, of course, people can destroy it with this. It's super easy. They log in, they pay a very small amount of money, maybe $1, $2 for 3 links, and you're ruined. So what's the fix? Same as all the other ones. You get a backlink auditor, you make a disavow file, you go into Google Search Console, you make a disavow file, and you upload it to Google. Now it gets interesting. So when you make a new blog post on your casino or on your affiliate website or whatever website you have, it might take Google a few weeks before they drop by your website and index the post you just made. So in that time span, before Google drops by your website again to index your stuff, your competitors can actually copy your post and index it before you, so they get the credit and you get duplicate content on your website. So what the negative SEO guys does is they copy your blog. You get no credit for your post at all, and there's basically no way to avoid it. Well, there is one way, and that is to manually put it through an indexer service or use Google Search Console to index your blog post. And how do you find out if you're under attack by this copying blog post things? Well, it's not something that we look for in Google. Hey, did someone copy my blog post on a daily basis? But you could copy some text from your blog post, put it in Google, and see if someone else is ranking for the same sentence. Like use a whole sentence, Google the sentence, you'll see if someone ranks for the same sentence. That's one way to do it. Lightspeed Indexer is one of the best indexing services on the web. Basically, when you post something, take the URL from the post, put it into the indexer, run it through, Google will index it. They just ping a bunch of services to make Google say, hey, there's a new post, and it indexes. You can use the Google Search Console and index it that way, but I've found that if you index too much daily, they'll start throttling you and you won't be able to index that much. That's just a quick note. Reverse link outreach. Now this is very time consuming for the guy making negative SEO, but it's also very, 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 very strong negative SEO. So what you do is you remove all your opponent links. In this business, casino, affiliate, everyone is buying links, donating links to random websites where they can get a very good trust flow domain rating link from a totally irrelevant site, but apparently it's still working because Google doesn't update. So what they do is they will write and they will act like they're you, and they will say, hey, can you please remove the link? We're not interested in it anymore. It's that simple. And those guys who sell the link, they're just going to say, oh, he doesn't want the link anymore, let's just remove it. So naturally, you will get your links removed day by day from all the links you bought, and you just start dropping. It's that simple. So, and when you buy links, of course, you have no control. Like when you pay someone else to put a link on their website for you, you have no control of the link. So build a PBN, that's my greatest advice, because you have all the control. So to fix this, you will tell people that you buy links from only to react to your email, of course. I would buy links for very short time frames, like 3 months, 6 months at tops when you buy a link. And I will monitor my link profile daily. Like check that I lose any links, that I gain any links. That's my greatest advice. So now we're going into the indexing of remove links. If you naturally are losing links on a daily basis, let's say you lose 50 links over 7 days. It will take Google 2 months, 3 months, 4 months to see that you've lost all these links. But if the negative SEO guy extracts your link profile, all the lost links you lost the last 30 days, and run them through an indexer, so Google sees that you just lost 50 links in 1 day, then you get punished big time. So to get rid of this, I would disavow all the links I lose, even if it's natural. Because then Google will zero value the link instead of decreasing your ranking when they see you lose links 50 at a time. So when you lose links naturally and there's no way to get it again, disavow the link. There's nothing negative about disavowing a link in Google. And of course, don't buy links. Now this is another easy way to ruin your competitor, especially in this business. Because Google has a service that says report people for buying links. That's actually against Google guidelines to buy links. So you could report every single one at this conference for buying links to the affiliate website, and you can even tell them where they buy the links from, so everyone else that buys from that website will be punished. I think we're running out of battery here. So Google has 2 services, one called They Harass Me, one called They Buy Links. I would use the They Buy Links one. What you do is you enter their website, you make a short description saying, hey, these guys are selling links to $100 each. Google hates that. That's like the worst thing for Google ever, that people can buy links to manipulate the rankings. Make sense? That's like against the whole thought of Google, that you can buy links to go up the rankings. So don't buy links and don't donate for links. That's my biggest advice, because at some point people are going to report you for it, and that's one of the hardest penalties to overcome. I would recommend everyone to set up Google Alerts. Google Alerts is an automated system where you can get an alert every time your brand is mentioned online. There is similar services for Ahrefs, which is a link monitor, a link audit profile, ranking system, everything nowadays. So you get an email every time someone mentions you online. This will also help you if you're under attack from the mirroring and copying a blog post, because you will get an email every time someone mentions your brand name. And of course, I saved the best one for the last slide. So this is a negative SEO attack that there is no known way to overcome or to fix. It's called the canonical spam. So this is very technical, but I'll try to translate it into normal language. So canonical is a tag you put in your header. Basically, it says that I have a website, there is content on it. Everything you see on this website is also on this website. And it's a way of overcoming duplicate content, saying that there is another website that looks exactly like mine on the web. So don't index both, just index the other one. You can use this to harm your competitors by copying their whole website and making a canonical link from every single page to your opponent's page. So you have a complete mirror of your opponent's page, or your page, someone does it to you, and it won't be indexed in Google, because of the canonical tag will tell Google not to index yours, just index the other one. You won't know it because there's no real links to you. There's no crawler available on the internet, not even Google itself, that can see if someone is canonical linking to you. Now you start the low quality link building to your own site, and it will slowly harm the original page with the canonical link to it. It will slowly start harming it when you start building low quality link building, lots of guest posts. By save links, do lots of guest posts. Google hate guest posts. That's like the worst thing for Google, guest posts, guest posts. It's directly against the guidelines to use guest posts. So this is right now the worst negative SEO you can do, because there's no way to fix this. Maybe you guys have one, but there's no SEO guys so far that found a solution to this. But Google's working on it. They probably are. So that's my presentation for negative SEO, and I want to take some time for questions here. I know we have some monitor questions, but maybe you guys have some questions first.
Okay, let's get some audience questions. Yes.
Hi, great presentation.
Thank you.
This is for Disavow. When we lose a massive nature of links, it's an amazing idea. Congratulations about this. I have some case. Now, we have a client and he have competitions. They buy one government website, domain name. And they redirect this domain name to them website. You know what they benefit from this is very much because the government website is connected with another government website.
Yeah.
GR, DA, PA, everything is highly. Now, what we do, we make a lot of spam links to the government website, and our idea to make us lower this domain. What do you give me, like another advice or something like this?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. That's a classic SEO way of link building. So what they've done is, I'm not sure you all heard it, someone purchased a domain, an historical government domain with lots of old page rank, domain rating, trust flow, citation flow, everything is super good domain, lots of old content, I bet. Then they redirect it to their website, and of course they got a lot of trust from that domain, even though it's not relevant anymore. But so how do you negative SEO a site like that? Well, building links to that specific URL is not going to help, because all you do is you increase the trust of that site. The bigger a website is, the more trust a domain already has, the harder it is to spam link it, because it's just going to gain more trust. Slowing it down could be one way of doing it. like making the website slow, so Google would start penalizing it for the Google rank brain kind of thing with the optimized websites. But yeah, I would probably not worry about that, because there's no way for you to avoid them buying a domain and linking it to them. And there is no way to copy their content because they have no content. But what you could do is buying guest posts to the domain and then reporting them for guest posting.
Yeah, but them anchor text is absolutely different now, because we create not relevant anchor text. And they have, like example, before our attack, 100 domain, Linkprofil with 100 domain to the government website. We get 5,000 or more with not relevant anchor text. They little slow in rank now. It's not highly, but okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Well, another note is, if you suddenly just build 5,000 links to them, Google is going to know it's a negative SEO attack, so they're not going to penalize them. A better way would just to make it look like it's bad SEO. Like, make it look like there's a new bad SEO manager from the company that's starting to do his magic SEO, and it's just stupid guest posting, and then report it for them, and they're probably going to go down if you do bad SEO anyway. So that's my greatest advice. Keep doing 10 or 20 links a month from bad quality sites with spam, instead of just spamming them with 5,000. Because Google is going to know that if you put 5,000 links to a domain with only 100 now, they're going to know it's negative SEO, and then they don't do anything about it.
That's a good answer. What other questions do we have? Yes.
Sometimes in the design process, it doesn't work well to put the text in the site visible. So, what is the best way for us to write the text and the links inside the site in page optimization without getting penalized for hiding the text in the site?
Okay, so just like general on-site text.
Yes, to use to put some content on site that is not visible and not getting penalized.
Okay, I see. Well, I would probably just make an accordion where you click read more and then it scrolls down.
No,
But-
I'm like you want to put some keywords and links inside the site, and you don't want to show it to the visitor.
Yeah, that's not going to work anymore. Google knows if you do white text on a white background. Google knows if you display none in the CSS. It's not going to work anymore like that. I've seen that it works if you make a read more button, but just make sure when Google drops by, check the cast version for text only and see if Google reads all the text. That's my best advice for that. There's no way to hide it anymore. It used to work back in the old days. You just had a very long page with white text on white background and very small font. It worked, but it doesn't anymore.
Well, I know we had a couple others. Who else had a question? Yep.
Hi, thank you. I've got a question about Google Alert, because I've got a very famous name. Can I put my name or the name of my blog?
If you can put your name on the name of your blog?
Yeah, because I've got a very famous name of a very famous football player.
Ah.
If I put my name,
That's a good idea. We've actually been thinking about the same, because we have a casino called Go Win Casino, and there is actually a president in Poland that's named Go Win, and we tried doing some link building on his name. Because what I would do is I would set up a Google alert for your own name, and whenever people write about your name, I would contact them and say, hey, you just wrote my name in this article, why don't you link to my official website? And maybe 10% is not going to check the website. They're just going to put a link because it looks like the official website. That's a way of benefiting for having a famous name.
Super good sneaky advice. Okay. Who else wants some sneaky advice? All right. Finally, then, if there's no more questions, let me ask one last one. Can you recommend a few tools that you use? You mentioned a couple, but what are the top tools if you're either engaged in or preventing negative SEO?
Yeah, I would use a link monitor program like Ahrefs or Majestic. We use both right now because they have different benefits, but use any of them. I like Majestic because it gives a better overview. I like Ahrefs because it has a faster crawler and a Disavow file included in their system. Then we use the authority indexer, it's called. It's a lightning speed indexer, authority indexer. What it does is you can bulk index URLs from your own computer using VPS, and it's just running them all through the mobile-friendly test on Google and then sending it to the index. That's a good one. That's my top 2 tools. And then, of course, the GSA, Search Engine Ranker, for building links. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Christopher, please. Stick around because in just a few minutes, we're going to welcome you to a new world of crawling, indexing, and ranking in the age of mobile. So that's going to be in about 4 minutes.